Hello Capricorn, welcome to your monthly reading from the Mixtape Mystic. This is a general reading for the sign of Capricorn for the month of June 2023. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I do apologize, Capricorn, this is a little bit later than I meant on getting this out, but as we talk about the energies that have already passed in the month, those are going to be a confirmation for you if this is your reading or not. And if you are watching, then chances are there is something here for you. So be open to what resonates, even if it's not time specific. Also, I wanted to mention that I have personal readings open in my shop. You can check out the link down below. I'm also gratefully receiving donations for these general readings. It really means so much to me. Thanks for subbing. Thanks for helping me grow my channel. And enough promo, but we're going to get right to the cards here, Cap. So starting off your first week here, so these are your kind of previous energies. The first two cards that we have here, last two cards are maybe your energies that you're more presently in, but these can really kind of ebb and flow and dynamically mix with one another. So I wouldn't get too hung up on, like I said, the time specifics. But in your first week, you have the Ace of Cups, which is really like this is just looking at this is really. I'm just now noticing you have Ace, King, King, Ace, and these are of the same suit. This is really so interesting pattern showing up immediately. I feel like okay, yeah. So for the first week, you have the Ace of Cups clarified by the Mystery card. So I really am picking up for some Capricorns. This is about getting in touch with a part of yourself that you have not interacted with for a really long time. Maybe even since you were like a really little kid. I don't think I've ever picked up on this energy from the Ace of Cups before, but I'm definitely like sensing with the water and the lily pads, the way that the streams, the 5 streams are coming out of the cup. This is about sort of a returning to this ethereal way of being. Sorry, I just realized it was kind of out of focus. Returning to like this ethereal way of being that feels kind of dreamlike to me, to be honest. That's so interesting that I'm picking up on it like that. Definitely like just feeling that mysterious energy. A lot of psychic type energy with that. So some of you might have been experiencing more vivid dreams, or maybe you're kind of experiencing some symbolism showing up in your dreams that you're trying to decipher, and that's taking you down a road of remembering certain things that you hadn't thought of since you were a kid. I definitely feel like Spirit's trying to connect you with a part of your subconscious mind that has been dormant for a little while. And that's really interesting because there was another sign I don't remember now who, but a lot of really heavily like psychic stuff going on. But we'll kind of see what this is about maybe as we move forward here. But in your second row here, you have the King of Swords clarified by reflection. So these cards have been coming out for other signs too. So a lot of collective energy swirling around the cosmos right now, which makes sense. This is the solstice. This is the beginning of Cancer season, really this month. So. But I feel like with the King of Swords, for some of you, you might have recently experienced sort of an epiphany of something that needed to change, or I'm kind of picking up for somebody, or maybe a few of you, this isn't so much an epiphany of change as it is sort of realizing that you are suddenly stepping into this sort of self-mastery. You can see the butterflies on the back of the throne. huge transformational energy. I feel like this is happening at a time for you Capricorns that this is, we're in Cancer season, which is going to be at the other end of your axis. So that always is a big time of integration. It's always a big time of balancing out ourselves in really challenging often ways, but very rewarding. I mean, integration is what takes us to wholeness. So I feel like this has been a season so far of just a lot of processing for you Capricorns, a lot of going deep into these waters, which is I don't want to say unnatural territory for you. It's a different element than you're used to. It's not your typical modus operandi. I don't know why David Lynch just came through from Twin Peaks. Maybe some of y'all are watching that show. Okay, this is such a cryptic reading, Cap. Okay, like in your third week energy here, you have the King of Wands, and it's clarified by the Space card. So I feel like in that same vein of just like powerfully integrating some of these things that are happening for you in Cancer season, I think that you're realizing that life is changing in a really big way for you. Pluto just went back into your sign, and it's going to be there for another 6 months or so. It had gone into Aquarius for about 2 months or so, but before that, we have had Pluto in Capricorn since 2008. So really massive streak of energy, and Pluto is about death and transformation and rebirth, and kind of sorting through a lot of those taboo, culturally taboo things. But with it just recently, this month, just not long ago, just I think around this energy, somewhere in the middle of the month, Pluto shifted back into Capricorn. And so I feel like you're taking this Aquarian energy, which, King of Swords is very Aquarian energy. I feel like this was like when Pluto first went into Aquarius, I think that you sort of got a slightly different perspective on something than you have had since really 2008, if I'm being honest. And you're sort of trying to figure out what to do with that. You're in this reflection period, or you have been. And as Pluto's going back into your sign, I feel like you're trying to figure out how to take the space, right? How to take the space and ground it down into your new reality. Figuring out, okay, I got 6 more months of Pluto being in my sign before it goes back into Aquarius. When it goes into Aquarius, it's going to be there for 20 years. So this is really wrapping up this stint for you and figuring out how to ground down this energy. And with the King of Wands, I feel like it's really saying, it's talking about, for some of you, it's talking about really getting clear about what you're passionate about and what you want to act on for the next 20 years or so. However that applies to you, whether that is career, whether that is retirement, whether that is, whatever season you're in, this is, we're going to be moving into a pretty big outer planet transit here. I think in January is when it shifts back into, when Pluto shifts back into Aquarius. Yeah, what did I just say? Talking about what you're passionate about, like what you're really getting clear on. You have the Ace of Wands. Sorry, I'm trying to get my cards straight. Ace of Wands clarified by the Passion card, which couldn't be more appropriate. I mean, it's basically the Ace of Wands clarifying the Ace of Wands, because the Ace of Wands is about passion. It's about a spark. It's about a new beginning. It's about seeing growth in something. And yeah, for you Capricorns that are really like that, this is resonating for you. And if it is, please drop it in the comments below. I love reading your comments. I love connecting with y'all. Really helps grow my channel too. But I really feel like this is about you really like you just everything else aside, everyone else's opinions aside, everyone else's ideas and storylines about who you are who you aren't and what you're capable of and what you're not capable of. Like this is a time to take space and to really protect your own energy. Draw a circle of protection around yourself, figuratively, literally, whatever. And I feel like Spirit is saying there is a path for you. This is really similar to Virgo's reading. There's a path for you that you need to take, and it's your highest vibrational timeline. It's the most authentically expressed version of yourself. But maybe you're not fully seeing it yet. And so taking the space to really reflect on what Pluto and Aquarius has been for you, and maybe some of these experiences that you've had through your dreams or through, psychic phenomenon, trying to ground it down, see what it's trying to teach you, because it is trying to teach you something in order for you to move forward into this new era, Cap, like this new era of who you are and just what you embody here in this incarnation. So you have the bear spirit coming out. This is the Kim Kranz Animal Oracle deck, and I'm just going to read this little blurb on the bear because I think this is appropriate. Waking from spiritual slumber, beginning anew. After a long winter, the bear arises from deep slumber. At first, the movement and effort are difficult, but the bear knows it's time to awaken and move toward the dawning light. The bear card represents an individual on the cusp of a new direction and personal transformation. The initial weeks and months of this spiritual quest may feel tricky, cumbersome, and full of obstacles, but you have no choice, bear. Winter wanes, the warmth of spring emerges, and your transformation begins. What was I just saying about those butterflies, that transformation, this spiritual path? You're waking up to something, Capricorn. This is really big. This is going to be really big for most Capricorns for the next 20 years. When this energy of the bear is in balance, inner strength, yearning to grow. When it's out of balance, withdrawal, lethargy, heaviness. To bring into balance, movement, exercise. Yeah, I definitely feel that with this all this fiery energy of the King of Wands and the Ace of Wands, and the Passion card. It's about, I think, getting into your body, having some physical embodiment, getting your heart rate up if you can, and maybe breaking a little bit of a sweat is really going to bring that energy into your body in order to get some of this clarity as you're grounding down these experiences from earlier in the month. So yeah, really coherent reading for you. This is your moon card that came out. This is going to be your mantra for the rest of the month. I am open and responsive to the abundance of the universe. Yeah, so claim that for yourself. You can write in the comments, I claim this. That energy exchange really is powerful. So universe sees that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave it for you there. It's a pretty short reading, but it was very cohesive and pretty clear. I think that if I was picking up on your energy, then this is definitely, like, this is you. And I feel like you know where it's going and what you got to do. So thanks so much for being here, Cap. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.